in the middle of the busy streets in Evergreen, there's a shelter. There's a special pet there that doesn't get adopted easily. Whenever someone adopts it, it always ends up back at the shelter. People wonder why. But when one woman finally adopted the pet, she discovered something surprising that nobody expected. Hello, animal lovers. Welcome to the Animal Stories. Are you enjoying this video? If so, be sure to hit that like button. Our goal is to reach 1,000 plus likes on this video, and your support means a lot to us. Let's start the story. Hope for a family. In the busy city of Evergreen, there was a small animal shelter called Paws of Hope. Inside, there was a special dog named Milo. He had a big heart and a cute little nose. Despite his captivating charm and adorable puppy eyes, Milo had been at the shelter for a year and a half. He hoped to find a forever home, but every time he was adopted, he would soon return. This cycle of hope and disappointment made Milo feel sad and confused. Milo's journey began when he was just a tiny puppy of 3 weeks old. While his siblings found homes, Milo stayed at the shelter. Even though he was playful and full of energy, he kept coming back to the shelter after being adopted. His previous owners didn't explain why they returned him. The shelter staff couldn't figure out why Milo kept coming back. He was healthy, behaved well, and enjoyed playing with other dogs. But for some unknown reason, Milo couldn't stay in a home permanently. It puzzled everyone at the shelter. A ray of hope. Then one day, something hopeful happened when Grace came to the shelter. Grace was a young woman who loved animals. She was studying to be a vet and had just started helping out at the shelter. When Grace saw Milo, she felt a connection with him right away. She knew he was special. Despite hearing about Milo's difficult past, Grace was determined to help him. She really wanted to give him a loving home. Grace talked to her parents about adopting Milo, and they agreed. They were happy to have Milo become part of their family. With Milo's adoption, papers signed and his things packed, Grace and her family brought him to their home. At first, Milo was unsure if this new family would be like the others. But as time went by, Milo started to feel more comfortable. He became happier each day, wagging his tail more often. Grace and her family showed Milo lots of love and care, wanting him to feel safe. They took him for walks in the park, played fetch in the backyard, and let him cuddle with them on the couch at night. Milo loved this life, enjoying every moment of it. As time passed, Milo started showing his real self. He was silly, liked to play, and was very loyal to his new family. Grace felt really lucky to have Milo, and she loved every moment they spent together. The unexpected truth. But just when it seemed like Milo was finally happy, something terrible happened. One morning, Grace woke up and couldn't find Milo in his bed. She felt scared and worried as she looked everywhere for him, calling his name loudly. With tears running down her face, Grace found out that Milo was missing. Even though they looked everywhere, they couldn't find him. Days passed, then weeks, and they still didn't know where Milo was. Grace didn't want to lose hope. She spent all her time looking for Milo. She put up posters everywhere, asked people nearby, and got help from animal shelters to find him. Then, just when Grace was almost giving up hope, she got a phone call that made everything better. Someone found Milo, and he was okay. Grace felt so relieved. She hurried to get him back, feeling excited and happy. When Grace arrived at the man's house, she saw Milo inside a cage, appearing unhappy. The man explained that Milo had harmed his cat, prompting him to confine Milo for everyone's safety. Grace experienced a mix of emotions. She was relieved that Milo was secure, yet saddened by the ordeal he had endured. Additionally, she understood that while Milo behaved well around people and dogs, he posed a potential danger to other animals, which was likely why previous owners had returned him to the shelter. As she drove Milo back to the shelter, Grace felt sorry. She had promised Milo a good home, but he ended up back at the shelter. Grace decided she would do everything to find Milo a permanent home this time. Back at the shelter, Grace and the staff worked really hard to help Milo. They spent a lot of time training him and showing him how to be friendly with other animals. It was tough, But Grace was determined to help Milo, and she didn't give up. Weeks turned into months, and Milo started getting better. He wasn't as mean to other animals, and he became more confident and friendly. Grace felt proud watching Milo change. He used to be shy, but now he was more sure of himself. Finally, the day arrived when Milo was ready to find a new home. Grace was sure this time would be special. She had seen how much love Milo had to give and was committed to finding him the perfect family. After a long search, Grace found a family who wanted to take care of Milo. They understood Milo's problems and promised to help him. When Grace saw Milo leave with his new family, she felt happy because she knew he was in the right place. Years went by, and Milo did really well in his new home. He always remembered how nice Grace was to him, and he was thankful she gave him another chance. So, that's all for today. What are your thoughts about this story? Tell us in the comments section below, and if you like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Your support means so much to us. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.